Hi everyone, I'm back with another card making video. This is a Christmas card that I came up with, I think it was Saturday night maybe, Friday night or Saturday night this week. So I wanted to create little shopping bags and this is what I came up with. So these are just cut from, oh, I don't have the little stack. Hang on. Let me grab it. It's the Stampin' Up! Trim the Tree Designer Series matte stack. All these little prints right here. So I cut my little bags out. They are, just in case you want to do this, they measure 1 1/8 by 1 3/8. So 1 1/8 by 1 3/8. And then so then I just used some EK Success punches. This is a little Marvy Yukaita punch. It's really old. These are the EK Success ones. It's just a little tree in a stocking. I used my Teeny Tiny Wishes stamp set for my sentiment. And that's this one here. Then I also used the word window and the modern label punch for my sentiment here. Just some little pearls. And then I took some brown tissue paper and just cut it. And I'll give you the measurements of that because I'm going to put this card together for you and show you guys how to make it. So I'll give you the measurements for the tissue paper as we go. And then this is just some little pieces of hemp cord. This piece here I just ran through my embossing folder by Sizzix. It's this one. It's just called Dots. And this is some cherry cobbler textured cardstock from Stampin' Up! And just put it on a white card base. So I just took the back side of an index card, inked it, and then punched out another little tree from some of the paper and stuck it on the inside, and that completed my card. So I'm going to show you how I did it. I've already pre-cut all of my pieces to save some time. So I'm just going to start by folding my card in half, and this is an A2 size card. And it's going to be landscaped. So we'll have it this way. And then I'm just going to start layering. So this layer is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So this is just going to be placed on the top. So we'll just center this right on the front. Just like that. And then this embossed piece measures 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. I wanted more of a red border on this one, so I didn't do my usual measurement. I always put a couple extra strips down the middle of an embossed piece just to make sure that it's going to stay. So I'm going to go ahead and center this. Now you could ink this piece if you wanted to, if you're really into inking. I just wanted to give it a nice clean look on this one. So there is the base of the card front. So my little pieces here, we need to turn these into shopping bags. So let me make sure these are right size. Yes, I had cut some that were not correct. So I'm just going to flip over my little rectangle pieces. And I cut my hemp cord. It's from this little thing. I got this at the Scrapbooking Expo, and I used this width, which is the third one down. And I cut these at 2 inches. So I'm just going to take, this is one of the little teeny, super tiny, there it is, glue dots. And and that's how I'm going to attach this. So I'm just going to attach this on this side. And then this side. This is going to form my little handle. And then I just take a piece of tape and just tape over the back. So I know that this is going to stay in place. So that's the back. And then there's the front, like a little shopping bag. So let's go ahead and do these ones. I didn't think about it, but I could have done the other two prior. But that's okay. Just push down that tape really well. And then the last one. So there's all my little handles. Oh, that's too long. Just trim that piece of tape. You don't have to put this tape back here, but it gives me a little more security that these handles aren't gonna pop off. So there we have the little shopping bags. Now for the front of the shopping bags, I just punched out a little tree, a stocking, and a star. And my stocking was a little plain, so I punched out another piece that's just the upper part of the stocking that I'm going to cut and attach to that. And then I'm just going to glue these onto the front of the shopping bags. So let's get the stocking done. We're just going to clip off this little piece so it just has the top. And then just glue it right on to the stocking. And the colors for these, I used Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green, and Sahara Sand. Those are the colors that are in the paper pad. So I wanted it to match. Okay, here's my little star. And I'll put the little stocking over here. And then our tree. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to go ahead and assemble our sentiment piece, which I've already stamped and punched out. Let me grab my pearls first, because I always like putting the pearls on and then being able to line up my sentiment right in the middle of the pearls. So I'm just going to use the basic pearls from Stampin' Up. So just like that. Then I will go ahead and take my Merry Christmas and stick it right in the center of this. So there we have our little sentiment. And I'm going to pop this up on a couple of dimensionals. On the back. So we'll just go ahead and center this on the front of the card, just like that. And then we're going to pop up our little bags here. I have some tape hanging over. There we go. Okay, so we'll stick a couple of dimensionals on the back of these. This is my middle bag, so I'm just going to go ahead and center this one. Okay. This one over here. So there we have our little bags. And now we're going to do the tissue paper. And the tissue paper was cut at 1 3/4 inches wide. It's probably about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch tall. You could go an inch if you'd like. And this is just some brown tissue paper I had laying around. White was too much. So what I do is I take the one end and I fold it back. And then you just kind of push it together and crinkle it. And then I folded the other end towards the back so it looked more like that. And then, like, you can do this part however you want. This is just the way that I was doing it. And then I just take it, and on the bottom part where I crinkled it up, I just took my ATG gun and carefully went across so it's got all that sticky on the back of it. You can bunch it together a little more. And then I just kind of lifted up the little bag in the front here and kind of tucked it behind. And with the opposite end of my tweezers, I just stuck it under there and just kind of rubbed so it would stay down. And there we have the little tissue. So I'll do the rest of these. They're not all going to turn out the same. that's okay, as long as you can get them back there. And if you have an easier way of adhering them or however you want, that's totally up to you. This is just what was working when I first made these. So we'll just tuck this one in here. And you can kind of get your tweezers in there and adjust it a little bit. And one more. And you can totally fast forward through this part. I should have just left one bag to do, but that's okay. Do not go really fast at all when I'm doing the ATG part because I don't want the tissue to tear. So I go kind of slow. You could use probably glue dots or a little piece of score tape on the back if you wanted. Like I said, this is just what I had and I was working with. I'm just going to press that down. So just like that, a little string off of there. And now I'm just going to ink my little index card here. And let me grab my sponge. Okay, so I'm using Cherry Cobbler ink, and I'm going to use the blank side of my index card. And just ink all the way around like that. So go ahead and attach this right into the inside. I was pumping out a few of these, so I decided not to do anything fancy on the inside. I was just trying to get some made, so just figured the inside doesn't count as much as the outside, even though it's nice to look at. So that's why I chose to just punch out a little tree, and I used the little stripe design from the front of the card to kind of carry that over. And you can place it wherever you want on the inside. I just did the bottom right corner. So just like that, we have the inside and a little shopping bag Merry Christmas card. So I hope you guys like these little cards and have fun trying to make these little shopping bags. They're super easy. As you saw, they went pretty fast. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!